Here we have the Philodendron White Wizard, which in the fall of 2022, when this is being filmed, they are becoming a little bit more available. Just a few years ago, 2, 3, 4 years ago, they were extremely hard to find and super rare, obviously because they have very high variegation on their leaves. But let's get into the care instructions for this plant. Now, just because it's one of the harder to find or maybe a more expensive or rare plant, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's any more difficult to take care of. If you've had success with other philodendron, you're likely going to have success with this one as well. Let's start off with the lighting. These plants need very bright light, especially because of the high variegation. These white parts of the leaves, they don't photosynthesize. So we have to give them very bright light so that all the parts that are green can maximize their photosynthesis potential. As far as watering goes, we water them when they are 25% dry during the spring and summer months. Now the spring and summer months is when it's actively growing. It's when you're going to see the most growth coming out of your plant. During the winter months, they go dormant, so growth is going to slow down and it might cease completely. You might not see any new growth, and that's perfectly normal. During that time period, we like to let them dry out about 50% in between watering. It's worth noting that no matter what the season, growing season, spring, winter, fall, doesn't matter, we are fully soaking the plant every single time. So whenever the plant has dried out appropriately, 25 or 50%, we want to saturate all of the soil, letting the excess moisture drain out of the bottom drainage holes here. We prefer to repot these plants every 1 to 2 years, or as the roots are coming out of the bottom drainage system, and we would just go up 1 pot size for that. For example, this is in a 4-inch pot, so at most you'd want to go up to two sizes. So like a 6-inch pot would be the most you'd want to increase the pot size in any one repot session. As far as soil goes, we use an aeroid mix, which is 1 part houseplant soil mixed with 1 part perlite or crushed granite, and then we will add in some orchid bark in there as well, allowing the plant to drain quite freely, retain a little bit of moisture, and get a lot of air down into those roots. If a large portion of your leaf is white, that white part is eventually going to die off. If it's sucking too much energy from the leaf, it kind of gets rid of this white part, which really is just sucking energy from the plant without giving any in return. If you have a complete white leaf pop out of your plant, I recommend taking a picture because it's really pretty, and then just cutting it off. Again, because it's only sucking life away from the plant and it's not photosynthesizing, so it's not giving anything in return. It's kind of a freeloader, what we call them. These plants do prefer to climb, so giving it a moss pole is definitely something that we recommend, or some sort of support that allows it to climb upward. But that's going to do it for the care instructions for the Philodendron White Wizard. If you have any questions about this plant, make sure to leave them in the comments below.